What's up, everyone? I'm P. That's C. We're the Dweebs. And C. I got another one. Start one, bench one, cut one.
Okay.
I liked it last week, so I
Yeah.
figured I'd run it back. This one's a good one. I feel like this will give people a really good idea of where you stand with some mainline trilogy and universes and stuff like that.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be so hard.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
it's a good one though. So yeah, start one, bench one, cut one. We're doing Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Star Wars.
Oh, I mean, this is so
I think
easy.
it might be. I mean, everyone's
Eh,
probably thought about this at some point or another.
So
So
easy. Okay, but I'll try to give my explanation. So, I guess I'll start with the start one because it's an obvious favorite of those. I got Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. I'm just more into like swords and like old age type of stuff, so of course that's gonna relate to me more than like sci-fi and magic. So that alone is gonna make it my favorite. But I mean, it's a great story. I love watching it. It was made in like 2000 something, and it still lives up to like today's movies.
true.
Um, Good characters, interesting plot. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. I'm starting benching. I'm gonna bench Harry Potter because I enjoyed Harry Potter a lot. There's certain movies that give you that like chills effect and like that um like just a spark movie. Like you watch it and you're like during the movie you're like, "Oh my goodness, like I'm loving this." I just never I got that with Star Wars a couple times, but just not as much as I did with Harry Potter and as consistently.
Mm.
Um I want to cut Star Wars, but it's tough because the prequels had a lot of good moments for me. Anakin and Obi-Wan, their whole relationship and that whole storyline in those movies is great. But like OGs just weren't they didn't click for me the same way they did for everyone else. I think I may need to rewatch them just because I know I'm gonna get hate the more and more I hate on those.
Yeah.
And then the sequels I liked. Probably in my top three Star Wars movies was
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. I love that. I love Finn. I love Rey, Kylo Ren. The battles in it. It's like, I want more modern Star Wars stuff because the fights and the CGI is just gonna be better
True.
overall. I think that's why I don't like the OGs. Obviously, you got to give credit where credit's due. They were before a lot of the CGI effects, and they actually like kicked off. Um, Honestly, some say like modern cinema started with that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so cut Star Wars. I'm gonna bench Harry Potter, and I'm gonna start Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I can't blame you. I don't even want to think about I don't honestly don't know what my
You
answer
would
would be.
agree. There's no way you wouldn't agree with me.
I don't know, but I didn't get asked the question, so I don't have to answer it. But just thinking about having to cut like some certain scenes and things that happen in Star Wars,
Yeah, that's
the
tough.
end of the Phantom Menace, like
Of
Darth
course.
Maul, Obi Wan, and Qui Gon like fighting, like dude, having to cut that, like it's gone. That's a crazy scenario, but
Yeah.
like I said, I don't have to answer it, so lucky me.
Yeah, lucky you. All right, for those of you who don't know, I'm Connor. That's Preston. And what are we doing today?
So again, we've been doing some things that like some top fives and stuff that give people an idea of like who we are. I felt like, and so today we wanted to do one that we felt like again would kind of describe who we are and give people a good idea of certain things. So we are doing we're gonna do instead of doing two top fives, we're gonna do one top 10, and it's gonna be top 10 video games of all time. Our top 10 favorite video games of all time.
Now, I can confidently say this was the hardest list I've made out of all of them. I don't know why. I think it's because, the favorites are easy to pick because I've had those, like, questions asked to me before, so I've thought about it. But then when you have to, like, rank 7 and 8 and decide which one's better and which one's
Mm.
worse, it's really
Yeah,
hard.
when you get to the top, like the top 10, it does get like nitty gritty. You usually have a good idea of like your top three, like your
Yeah.
favorites, like it's undoubtable. With this one for me though, that was still hard because it's the hardest thing for me in this list was for me. There's like competitive, like multiplayer games, and then there's like single player RPG, like story filled
Yeah.
games. It's just like you can't really compare them, but we had to in this. We weren't gonna, we can separate them into two different lists at another time, but for this one we just did it all in one. So yeah, it's a fun one. I'm really excited though. I'm excited to talk about some of these because for those of you who don't know, gaming has been a part of my life for forever. So yeah, this one's definitely close to the heart, and yeah, I can't wait to get into it. So
Yeah, I'm so curious. I don't for once a lot of these other lists we've had very similar like picks. I don't think our lists are going to be similar at all. He's had a lot more experience.
yeah,
He has a PC, so that alone has already gained him like
yeah,
20 games that I've never played before.
true. But did you do honorable mentions for this one?
I did.
You did too?
I did 2 of them.
Okay, so we're gonna do top 10. We're gonna do 2 honorable mentions too. So, all right. Well, who wants to start? You call it.
I guess I'll start it.
Okay.
Okay. So my number 12, my first honorable mention is Super Smash Bros. It's hard not to put it higher up just because the memories I have with this game are almost better than any other memories I have on the rest of these. But the game itself, I don't think just lives up to the rest of them. But that being said, I think it's the best combat game. You know, I had Mortal Kombat on my list. I thought about it, but I just think Super Smash Bros. Does it better. It's more fun. Like, you know, there may be a skill gap like between me and him. He's a little bit better than me, but you know, if you put power ups in the game, it makes it a little more even. It's a little
Yeah.
more fun.
Yeah.
The animation's great, and especially like If I had to like, okay, so one thing we didn't mention is we're doing one per like franchise.
One title per franchise. So,
So
like,
you can't do like 3 Call of Duties in one
Yeah.
list unless you really, really want to.
yeah,
but like,
yeah.
you have to have good reasoning. So like, if I have to pick one, I'm doing the most recent Super Smash Bros. I think
Really? The one
Ultimate.
for the Wii.
Yeah. Or the Switch.
Yeah. What I say, the Wii.
Yeah,
the
you keep
Switch.
you always be saying the Wii.
Do I?
Yeah,
I don't know
even
why.
last podcast you said Wii. I'm like Switch, man, but oh well. But yeah, Ultimate, just because the characters they have all sorts of characters. Like I think even recently they brought in like Minecraft and like stuff like that. Just makes it so fun to play, and their abilities are like unique to them, and yeah, like it has such good replayability. You can add power ups. You can do like different styles, like life or like
Team ups and stuff
or
like that.
team ups or like time, like how many KOs you can get. Not to mention it's just a good party game. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
you can bring in like you can invite friends over and everyone can play, even if they don't know how to play. It's like hilarious watching them walk off the map over and over and over. So yeah, that's my number 12.
Nice. My number 12 was also Super Smash
Are
Bros.
you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, that is
but
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I cheated on this one. For my number 12, I did Super Smash and Mario Kart. The reason I did it is because honestly, I am mostly. I mean, my favorite version of Super Smash Bros. Is the one for the GameCube, actually, which is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I love that one. I played that a lot with actually like some of my friends and stuff, like when I was like a little bit older. But the Super Smash Bros. And the Mario Kart go hand in hand for me because that's just, again, that's what we played with our family, like on Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Every time we would meet up for like Thanksgiving and stuff, us, our sister, our brother-in-law and stuff, we always would just, you know, nerd out and play like Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart together. And so it has a special place in my heart. It is like the ultimate party game. You can add in like, I mean, you can play like Don't Drink and Drive with Mario Kart, which is where you like, you know, you have to finish your drink before you stop driving. That's fun. But yeah, it's just the ultimate party game. Like it's such a vibe, like at all times. So, yeah, and so yeah, I mean, nothing really too much else to say for me about those.
Trust me, I mean, Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart, they like went hand in hand for me. Mario Kart isn't on my list, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It just, you know, it just doesn't have the same thing as the rest of these, even though it's
me though, I do love Mario Kart. I always loved it, and I was always
it's fun when you're winning.
Yeah, I was always so dominant at those. Like my brother-in-law Nick, my sister Brooke, Connor, none of them could really compete with me in those games. So it was fun. And then I guess Mario Party too, right, in that same category.
Well, let me go ahead and get into my number 11.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Number 11, and I'm being specific on this one. I got Mario Party 2.
Yeah.
Because I think that just, you know,
for
the Nintendo 64. So, as you mentioned, me, like our family, just the siblings, me, him, my sister, and our brother-in-law, we'd always go in our den and play on that Nintendo 64, Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart, and then Mario Party. And I remember, I actually asked for like Mario Party 2 for like Christmas one time, and that's how we got that, and it like changed everything. It made the game.
I do remember that.
It made it so much more fun. Like and it's just like I don't know why. And I've watched people talk about it, and they said Mario Party 2 was like one of the best.
Yeah. Probably because we had played the same mini games and maps over and over again, and we like just out of nowhere like
got to switch it up
on a console that was like completely outdated.
Yeah, the fact that they found one of those little gray Mario Party 2 and like we were able to play with it, crazy. But yeah, obviously Mario Party, I put it above Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart because like the intense feelings you have during that game when people are stealing your stars and you get to like steal people's coins. Like you may just steal someone's coins even if they're not in the lead just to mess with them. It's just such a fun game. It gives me like a like, you know how they say you don't have friends after you play Monopoly? I'd get the same energy from Mario Party.
Nah,
You know,
I
you
completely understand.
you
I
hate
was
each
always in
other.
first place, so I was always getting targeted. I remember like I would literally like try to intimidate all of you guys. Like, bro, if you do that, like you're not winning another mini game. Like I'm literally gonna grief your whole game. So that's funny. I kind of forgot about Mario Party too. Yeah, it's all in the same.
Yeah,
I think it's cool that we both honorable mentioned
I
those.
feel like that's why I had to honorable mention them. I'm like, they
Yeah.
just don't have the same video game vibe. They're all in their own. Like you said, the category. It's kind of why I put them both there.
Yeah.
Mario Kart just fell off. I felt like it was third behind those two.
Yeah.
All right, you go ahead. What's your second honorable mention?
So my second honorable mention, which this one is probably on your list, so I'm not gonna say too much about it. I'll let you take the shine for it.
You can
But
go for it.
okay,
I mean,
well, I don't
I'll
want to
say
say
more.
again. I want to say more as we go up. Like take more time to talk about the
Okay,
ones that I put
agreed.
higher. But for number 11, I put Monsters Sanctuary.
Okay.
Yeah. Most people are probably not even gonna know what this game is.
Not at all.
To be completely honest with you. So this is like a game I found, I think on Xbox Game Pass maybe for free. But it's like it's a pixel Pokemon style game is the best way to like give you an idea of what I'm
Like, is it
talking
like
about.
2D? Like,
Yeah, it's
what
like
is
a
it
2D.
called?
It's like a 2D side scroller, but again,
Mhm.
it's a lot like Pokemon, but it's definitely got a difference. Like the monsters that you capture have like a skill tree to them. Dude, it is like probably the most underrated game ever. Like it is so good. And on top of that, like it was a time where me like again like Connor one night we found the game. I played it first. I invited Connor to play it, and then he ended up bringing his like TV into my room, and we literally like nerded out and played this game and like got so into it. And for like I think a week, 2 weeks maybe. I don't even know how long it was.
A
This time
long.
period.
I mean, honestly, it went fast. We grinded it out.
Yeah, I beat it quick.
So it's one of those games that, like, I'd go to work and I'm still sitting there thinking about like
Yeah, that's how you know
playing
it's a
that
good
game.
game when like you can't stop thinking about it. And so like it was like however long a time period, I would say like a week where like everything, we were trying to speed through everything else in our life so we could get back to playing it, grinding it, texting each other and like figuring this game out together. And it was like I said, just a completely unknown game. So yeah, it definitely is just a great honorable mention, man. Like on top of like the actual game itself, but the experience of us like playing it together, that was like a nerd out moment, and
Of
I
course.
live for that stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Who's kicking off the top 10?
uh, shoot, go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. For my number 10, this again, man, it's all hard. But I got Pokemon Arceus. So that was like the only Pokemon game I've ever actually completed. I've started like Fire Red on the DS and stuff, but never beat it. Like when it got hard and you have to go through the tunnels and you have to figure out how to get
Victory
to
Road
like,
and stuff.
yeah, you have to
Victory
get to
Road's the
that.
ultimate.
I just gave up. I just usually like I did not have the mental capacity to like work through that. But Pokemon Arceus was such a blast, especially because I did play those games. So to see Pokemon in an open world
Yeah,
was just unreal. You haven't even played it yet.
I've seen it though.
You've seen it. Like you again, I was always talking to you about it because you
Yeah,
knew the Pokemon and stuff. But like
yeah,
something cool just doesn't even have to do with the game itself. But you'd be able to like throw your Pokemon down and see them all standing.
yeah. That was sick. You showed
And
me that. That was dope.
man, it's unreal. You're going to different territories, seeing different Pokemon. The only flaw I had with it that maybe takes it down a notch is the battling wasn't that exciting during the game. But just exploring the world made up for it. You like do these conquests and stuff. Like I'm not honestly like this guy. Like I don't usually like grinding out type
Yeah.
like games like that. Like I say I do. I start and I usually quit.
Hmm.
I actually beat this whole game rather quickly and like I got to like look up YouTube video like what's the best team for me and like build around that team and then
I've done that. It's crazy you say that. I can't tell you how many games I've done that where like the beginning of whatever version it is, like looking up the the team I want and then finding him and putting it together.
yeah,
It's such a fun
honestly
thing to do.
similar with Monster Sanctuary.
Yeah. Except
Just,
that one you couldn't. We didn't really look up. We just went for it. That's why I like that game. We just kind of like figured it out.
and that was so fun. Yeah, Pokemon Arceus definitely recommend getting into it. I know they made a different like a new one. I heard it's
What Sword and Shield? You mean?
yeah, I don't know too much about it, but like if they fix the battling, I would easily get back into
Well, I
another
think
game
that's what
like
it did.
that.
Like Arceus was like its own style of game. It wasn't like but like now they had like the open world Pokemon games, like the new ones that are coming out, whatever they are. I don't know too much, but they also are like your normal battling, your gym battles and
Yeah.
things like that too.
Like that would have been exciting. The battling in this one wasn't like it was a lot about trying to catch Pokemon and just grind that out and like
Yeah.
fill your Pokédex, which was fun. Trust me, it's a lot more fun than it sounds. And then the boss battles were just kind of lame. It was just like I don't know, just a lot of tapping and stuff like that. I can't really remember. I just remember it wasn't like super thrilling. But yeah, that's my number 10.
Like it.
Yep.
That's a good one. Okay, my number 10. I have Overwatch.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, Overwatch. Yeah, it's again. This is a good mixture of the competitive multiplayer with also like a casual game.
Yeah.
Because like you actually played competitive way more on that game than I ever did. I always just like playing like the different like arcade game modes, but Overwatch is just like I don't even know how to explain it to people really. It'd be a hard one to explain. It's just like you can play with there's all these different like characters you can be with different powers,
Mhm.
sorted between like tanks, support characters, and damage dealing
It's a
characters.
lot
But
like Valorant, right? Or
the characters sort of, but I mean Valorant is that they're definitely completely different like
yeah.
styles of games. But yeah, I mean Overwatch, I just had so much fun like playing it. I still play it to this day. Like I've gotten some of my friends now, like my newer friends, into it, so it's kind of like reinvigorated for me. Plus they just dropped Overwatch 2, and it's still something that again. It's honestly the Overwatch stuff is a lot about like all the times that me and you played it together.
Yeah.
There were so many times where we would like sit down and like make our own games out of the games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So but yeah, it's different. It's fast paced. It's like there's so much like playmaking potential on that game. You can do like some crazy things. It can be competitive. It can also just be casual, and that's like a great mix for me because I do
Yeah.
love to like I'm very competitive, but I like to chill too and stuff.
Yeah.
So honestly, yeah, I don't have too much to say about it, but yeah, I put Overwatch in my top 10. It's just it's
Absolutely.
everlasting for me.
Definitely deserves to be.
Yeah.
Foreshadow, foreshadow,
I know.
foreshadow.
I already know that.
Okay, my number 9. I feel like this one is gonna shock you a little bit.
Okay.
I got Spore.
Ooh,
Um,
that's a good one. No, I don't. It don't.
I
I forgot about it, but it doesn't shock me
I
that you said it.
love, 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 love Spore.
That's a good
Honestly, I
one.
wanted to put it higher, but
Yeah.
like it's hard simply because Spore, just to explain the game a little bit, it's like you just start as like a cell in water and you like eat fish and get bigger and stuff like that.
Not a cell in water. Well, I guess you are in water,
Yeah, you're in water in the
but you're not
beginning.
eating fish. You're eating like different, like I guess other cells and bacteria
I
and stuff
can't
to grow yourself.
Yeah, so you just pretty much
I'm nitpicking for
yeah,
sure.
explain your own games. So you're a cell in water, and you and you just pretty much you work your way up. You evolve, then you grow legs and go to land, and then you go, like on land you like start a family and stuff, and have to hunt people like that. You have to pretty much decide if you're gonna be like a carnivore or like a
Omnivore.
herbivore or an omnivore, which is just both.
Yeah.
And then you like start a tribe, and then like a civilization, and then like it usually the reason I was getting into this is because you eventually go to space, and I've never been able to wrap my head around the space stage,
Yeah.
so I usually stop there. So I've never really beat the game, but before that, man, the fun I've had playing that game, even
Yeah.
recently when I like, got it on my laptop after I got that, I just had so much fun, so much nostalgia. Like you get to make your character look hilarious if you want to. Like you get to
Yeah.
make your arms big or like really tall
I
and
feel
just
like you always come out
goofy.
looking the same.
You
You know what I
always
mean?
look
It's
like
always like the
this.
same character model you
Like
make.
just something random. I remember the other day I was going into work and I heard like a bird quacking, like squawking, and I swear it reminded me so much of Sport.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's just how they sound. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do the sound.
I don't know the sound either.
I
It's
was
been
gonna
so
let
long.
you do it. You
I
know, do your
would, but
sound effect.
I don't know it.
Squaw! It really doesn't sound like that, but
It's basically just a game about evolution. Like you say, you start as a cell, you go to like an animal stage, and then eventually you evolve from like an animal to like a bit of a sophisticated being where you like have like
Yeah.
a tribe, and then you go to like a full like where you're like civilization with cars and
Yeah.
weapons and stuff, and then from there you go to space, and it's sweet.
It's so
dope.
fun. Like
It's a good concept.
kind of what he was talking about. Like, it's so casual. Like, you can just have so much fun. Like, you don't
Yeah.
have to think too much about it. But when I played it recently, I actually put it on hard mode,
Mhm.
and it was actually kind of difficult when you get to certain stages because you have to like make allies with certain people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just gonna get like swarmed. Which honestly added just another layer of how fun that game is.
Yeah.
I would honestly be playing it still randomly because it's just one of those games that you can keep replaying. Um, but like my computer like had a glitch and like it every time I'd play for a little bit and then it would like shut the app out, and so I just stopped trying.
Nah, that'll do it.
It's not very expensive. If you haven't tried it, go try it.
Yeah.
Sport number 9.
Like that.
Yep.
My number 9. I feel like this may surprise you that it's lower. Who knows? But my number 9, I have Elden Ring.
That surprised me a little bit.
Yeah. I'm sure there's no way anyone listening to this that cares about video games doesn't know what Elden Ring is. But first of all, if you don't know like what the Dark Souls franchise is, it's basically like RPG style games, but they're like extremely, extremely hard. Like that's what they're known for, really, is like how hard they are, and then they have like this dark aura to them and like
Mm-hmm.
lore. And Elden Ring is like the newest one that came out. Um, I had played some of the other Dark Souls games and never got past like any. I never progressed far at all in those games because they were always so hard, and it like turned me off the game. I was like, I just don't really want to play this. And Elden Ring is also very hard, but for some reason, like I kept going. It is for one, it's maybe the most beautiful game I've ever seen. It's unbelievable what this game looks like when you're
Yeah.
playing it. Like, dude, and the depth that's in this game, like there's a lot of RPGs that have a lot of depth that we're probably going to talk about, but this one specifically has the most depth ever. Like it's like there's never not more places that you can go and more things that you can find. Uh they don't give you any guidance in this game. Like they don't tell you where to go really or anything or like what's your mission. Like there is no like quest log or
Yeah.
like where you literally just explore this place, develop your character, fight the most insane bosses you've ever seen, and there's so many different like play styles with it and stuff. But yeah, just I've always like watched like people play the Dark Souls games and stuff, but again, they were always too hard and I always just like never committed to it. But this is one where I actually like got into it also I got it when I first got my PC last year, so it's
Mm-hmm.
like the first game I played on it. So like I got the full effects of the visuals, dude.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's an
Yeah.
unbelievable game. It's like literally hard to believe how they were able to make something like this. Like it runs so smoothly. Like I could go on and on about it. It is insane. I guess I don't really know why I didn't put it. I guess because I've only played through it the one time.
And you haven't finished it either.
I could have beat it. I basically did
But he
everything.
didn't.
I was looking for Melania like the final like extra boss, and I kind of just fizzled out. I forget what happened. I probably got into some competitive games and stuff, probably Valorant or something, and
Just never
lost
came back
focus.
to
Yeah,
it.
never came back. But man, it's insane. Check it out.
You know, I
Elden
don't
Ring.
I don't know if you have it on your list. I don't. I was just thinking about it because you said that it's one of those games that like I left and never came back to because it's like sometimes games are hard to get back into once you leave. The
Yeah.
Witcher, I love that game.
Oh man,
Witcher
that's a good
3,
one.
but
Yeah,
I just didn't finish it. You got a little bit further than me, but both of us kind of just never finished that game.
true.
Um,
That's a good one though. The Witcher 3 is a good game, but I don't. It's
yeah.
not on my list. No,
Okay. Is this number 8 now?
I don't know. For you, that was my number. I had done 10 and 9, so I think yeah, you're on 8. Should be.
I'm on 8.
Yeah.
All right. For my number 8, and no one's gonna know this game unless you're like a real one. I got Happy Wars.
Wow.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I
Why,
don't.
does that make me a real one?
Yeah, it makes you a real one, but
Cool.
dude, I love. Never mind. I take that comment back. Uh, Happy Wars is pure just nostalgia for me, as a lot of things are gonna be on my list.
It's a trash game.
Yeah, shut up. I mean, you can't really, you wouldn't want to play it anymore, but just the times I had when I was playing that game were hilarious. How mad I would get, how fun it was. Like again, a lot of my friends we don't play together anymore, but back then we did. So just being able to like just troll people, like you really wanted to win. So when your team won, it was fun. Like I think the objective of the game was pretty much like trying to break into the enemy's castle and break their tower. Most of the time, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And like you could just troll, like sit behind the castle, and like when people would come back there, you could like jump them, and it was just like a goofy looking game. But like and then you could upgrade your clerk or like, your warrior or like mage.
Why do I
You
remember
got
that?
to win like
Oh my
you
God.
got to. Do you remember like spinning the wheel and being able to like get random items and stuff like
yeah.
that?
No, I do.
It was just so fun,
I
and
don't know why I remember that. Maybe it was better than I gave it credit for.
definitely. Again, it was such a fun game.
It was fun.
The only thing that takes it down is, man, that game will make you mad because like you'll just be sitting there and someone will like come and
Well,
like
there's just like
flick
no
you
skill.
off the edge.
There's also no skill gap to it. That's the thing that bothers me.
Yeah,
about
not
a lot of those
really.
games.
Like not too much. But I was too young to really realize that back then.
Well, yeah.
But Happy Wars, don't have too much to say. Just a really fun game. I had a lot of good memories with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I put it at number 8.
Cool. My number 8. I'm definitely gonna get to some nostalgic ones. This is probably the game that got me into. Definitely the first like RPG single player game I ever played. I would say. It's a Nintendo 64 game. Any guesses?
Ooh, so it's a Nintendo 64 game. It got you into RPG.
It's like a single player story mode game that you would play on Nintendo 64. Very, very, very famous.
It's not. Is it anything Pokemon?
No,
Mm.
like a single player. Like yeah, not like a.
Is
well,
it Zelda?
It is. Yeah.
I don't know any of them.
So my number 8 is the is the Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
So
People are gonna like your picks a lot more than they're gonna like
probably,
mine.
yeah. Well, I just have so much. I have such a wide range. I've played literally on every console. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that game, like I said, was the first Nintendo 64 game, and it was like the first RPG single player game. So you just again you get lost in the world. I'm thinking right now about the music. The doo, 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 doo. I know you don't know
I
it.
have no idea what he's
Yeah, I
talking
know.
about.
I actually yeah. Like when you're in the Sons of the Forest theme and stuff like that.
Mm.
But yeah, just it's honestly just an amazing game. You can still play it to this day. It's still like really good. It honestly was probably like the basis for what like RPG games are now. What I mean by that is like even like the whole I mean you develop your character, you find the equipment you need to advance. You also like find like the hearts and stuff like that so that you have more HP so you can take on, harder enemies and bigger places. Uh like the roll animation, the whole like block and roll and stuff like that, like
Mm-hmm.
you're dodging attacks and stuff like that's what like every RPG game is like based on almost like the combat system. And then I mean the story is like amazing, like the story between like Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf and Hyrule and all that is amazing. And dude, like the graphics for that game are like crazy, like for the time period it came out. And like I said, just the way it made you feel when you were playing through it, especially as like a little kid, was like crazy. And I remember when I was like, so I played it way back in the day, and then I was like 15 or 16. I like was at Nana's, and I started to play through it again, like for no type of reason. I like got way into it, and, like as like a and that was when I was actually like a real like gamer. You know what I mean? And like
What
it,
What do you mean? You're literally still like a gamer.
I know I'm saying, but that when I was 15 or 16, when I played through it, like after I was like from like I played it as a little kid, and then I played again as like a
Oh,
teenager and
you're
stuff,
saying
and
that's when you became a gamer.
well, I was already like, yeah, like I at that point in my life, I was like truly like a gamer, and I had like actually like some skills. You know what I mean? Like I
Mm-hmm.
was good, and so like I played through it again. Like it's crazy, like it's hard, like and yeah, it's insane. And again, and that game started as a little kid, and eventually you go to the temple and you play the Ocarina of Time, and you like grow into like older.
Oh, what?
And then when you grow older, like the whole world is like destroyed at that point. You like, dude, it's crazy. The way it makes you feel, the nostalgia of it. I'm sure a lot of people can relate. But yeah, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time at number 8 for me.
Yeah, that's good. I was thinking. I don't know anything about the game, but I was just thinking about how long I used to think that Link was called Zelda
Yeah.
because that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
I was like, and I just, if anyone has had that same issue before, comment below.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I only think it's funny because people will say that now.
I'm sure I still call Link Zelda on accident like all the time.
Just, I don't
Except
know.
in Super Smash because it like says it right there.
Yeah, I don't know why they named it after Zelda, but they did.
She's the princess.
They don't name it Peach though, do they?
No. Super Peach.
Super Smash. No.
Super Peach.
Peach Party.
Peach
that kind of
Party.
works.
Peach Party. Peach Cart. Yeah. Anyways.
It doesn't work.
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll get into this one then.
Yeah.
My number 7. I got Monster Sanctuary.
Nice.
Yeah. So obviously I tried to keep my mouth shut because he was right. I'm obviously gonna talk about that. Definitely the game I've gotten the most obsessed with on this list. Probably. I don't know. Like, that brings it down is like I've tried to play it since then and it's not the same. But like the first playthrough we had, oh my goodness, I was like so into it. Like, you wouldn't even spend like you'd probably spend like just to give you like a comparison, probably like 10% of your time playing the game and then like 90% of the time just looking at your skill tree trying to decide who you like what you want to upgrade and stuff like that. And you just spend
You're right.
you'll literally just spend forever just looking at it, like trying to decide what you want to upgrade. Do I need to like redo it? Like, you can only fill up like certain skill trees, so you have like 4 and you got to decide, do you want this person to be like a support, like a buff, a debuff?
And you don't want to waste your time like leveling up like a monster that you're not gonna end up using. So again, that's why you spend 90% of your time just like trying to like think 80 steps ahead into the future.
And then you'll get like a new monster that you want to use because it looks cool and like.
And then it's trash.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But it was so fun,
Yeah.
And honestly, that was the best part of it. But doing the puzzles, figuring out the story itself.
True.
Like, it was just such an interesting game and just so grindy, but like so fun. I don't get into like 2D games like that. He does for some reason. Like, he'll just randomly pick a random House of Terraria game or something like that.
House of Terraria. That's funny. That's actually funny.
It just gets so into it for no reason. Like, I'll go in there and he's like opening up a treasure chest, fighting like a pirate in like a cave in like a 2D pixelated like game that looks like it came from 1980, and I'm like, dude, why are you playing this? But this game was this game was different. This game was a lot of fun. Again, like he said, similar to Pokemon, but just better to me. Like I loved it. I loved it. I thought it like one thing you have to really do is like you have to decide who's gonna go first on your team. Like your team just has to complement each other so
Yeah, the
well.
combat's really good too. Like we haven't
Yeah,
even talked about like how the combat works, but like you have like mana, so you can only use certain moves, like and
yeah.
like you said, like the combo meter, and I don't know, it's intricate.
And you gotta
It's insane.
like there's even like
It's free too.
rate. Yeah, is it? Yeah, it is free. We got it from the Game Pass. But like it rates your combat to like 1 star to 5 star, and like that's how you unlock things. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
that's how you get new monsters.
So you gotta like really be strategic on how you're fighting with monsters, not just something that you can just click through. Just a really fun time. I had so much fun doing it. I remember like I was about to go hang out with a girl, and like I literally had the hardest time deciding on what to do because I was like, dude, I don't even want to go do that. I just want to play Monster Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like I brought up before, like I'd go into work and just all I could I'd want to watch videos about Monster Sanctuary, trying to figure out who like what to do, like how to like, and not to mention you can fight like people. So we would battle. I would probably lose like every single time, but like
Not probably.
oh whatever.
You never beat me.
I don't.
Dude,
Yeah,
my team was unbelievable.
yeah, whatever. He's just such a tryhard and so good with zero effort. So annoying. I have to like
Zero effort. Dude,
yeah,
I'm grinding. You can't say I'm not putting in effort. I grind. I watch videos too. Like, bro.
yeah. I'll watch the videos. I just don't ever understand them, and then I just end up deciding I'm just gonna figure it out on my own anyway. And
Yeah, I remember I had to help you. Like, I think I told you.
well, yeah,
Monster to
he
get
like
at the very end.
like he'd be like, dude, hold on, and just take his headset off and come into my room and be like, okay, yeah, like, and we just work on my team together. But it was so fun. You just had man, and like I remember I like tried to play it the other day. Like I said, I couldn't get into it again. But like the music with it, like even
Yeah,
like
it's dope.
I can't like
It's a
describe it.
vibe, bro.
It was so fun.
It's so good. Check it
Um,
out.
that was my number 7, right?
I think so.
Number 7. All right, so
So it's my number 7 now.
number 7 to you.
All right, my number 7. Again, nostalgic for sure. I got some funny stories about this one. My number 7 though is Kingdom of Hearts 2.
Ooh, I should have known that you were gonna put
Kingdom
that.
of Hearts is, I don't even know where this game came from or like, but basically it's a game where it's like an RPG story game again, but this one you're like going through the different like Disney worlds. But they're like, it's honestly crazy because you hear that and you're like, that's so like kiddie and childish, which I understand people thinking that, but like, dude, like it's dark. Like the story behind it, and what's happening is like very, very dark and like sad. Like the monsters you're fighting monsters in these like they're called Heartless, and they're taking over these different like Disney worlds, and you're trying to like save, obviously them and like figure out what's going on. And dude, it's just crazy. On top of like how good of a game it is and how like fun it is, and like the way it makes you feel, but also like I mean, if everyone likes Disney, I think at some point in their life have watched like all the different Disney like movies and stuff. So why would you not want to then play a video game where you're like traversing them and fighting alongside them? So like Goofy, Mickey, Donald, that's like your main people, but then like you go into like the Lion King, you fight with
Yeah.
like Simba and stuff like that. Dude, it honestly I can't say enough about it. It's crazy how like amazing that game is.
How old were you when you played it?
Well, I played the first one and then I played the second one. I don't know, probably like 13,
Mhm.
14, but I'll never forget like it was like when I got PlayStation 2 is when I was playing Kingdom of Hearts 2 and I
Which
remember
you know, some people say PlayStation 2 is like the
best
best.
console of all
Yeah.
time. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. Like there's so many good games for it, but yeah, I mean PlayStation 2 was dope. Remember I got the slim PlayStation 2 like cuz PlayStations literally used to be like this big, bro, like around. And
Mhm.
then you got like the slim one that was like super like not
Yeah.
wide and like dude,
That's the one
it
I
looks
can
so
picture.
it looks so clean. But I mean I'll never forget like when I beat it, I didn't realize the game was coming to an end because I was just in that grind mode and just loving every second of it. And it ended like in the credits rolled and I literally started crying. No game has ever done anything like that to me,
No, of
ever.
course not.
I literally started like crying, like mom and dad came in to like calm me down and stuff, and like tell me it's gonna be all right, bro. Yeah, I was
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah, I was that into it, dude. It was such a good game, like, bro, it's crazy. The story's good. Like I said, it's not like a kid's game, bro. Like it honestly was like would like freak me out in a way with how things were happening. Like I got so emotionally invested. So, and I know there's probably like a group of people that really love those like the lore behind it. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2, easy. Only number 7 though, which is crazy because it
Yeah,
literally made me cry. As
I
a
know.
video
I
game.
can't believe that so low for such an emotional game.
I know. I guess because I haven't played it in a long time. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I guess recency bias is definitely a thing on this list. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, you're on number 6, I think.
Yeah, so we're knocking on the door on top 5 now.
Mm-hmm.
These were all hard.
Yeah.
This may shock you because yeah. All right, so for my number 6, I'm gonna put Minecraft. So Minecraft, obviously, everyone knows Minecraft. If you don't, you're not really a gamer. It's one of the most popular games, and I just was thinking about it. Talk about replayability. That game is timeless. You could hop into that game when you're 60 or when you're 10 or when you're 20, and
Yeah.
it never ever gets old because it's the most creative game you can do. You can do anything in the world. Like you've seen like the places people have built, the things they've like found. They're still updating it constantly, always adding stuff constantly. Like but really for me, even like now, Minecraft doesn't have the same effect as it did when I first started. When I first started Minecraft, one of the best times I ever had. Like, playing with my friends, like we'd like do like games where we'd hop in and we'd all run away from each other and
Yeah.
like hide each other on the map, and like you'd have like a 10-minute time to like get supplies and then just try to kill the other people.
Yeah.
And it was just so fun.
Mhm.
I remember like I'd watch people like this guy named like Zexy Zek. No one's gonna know who he is, but
Why
he
not?
was
Is
on.
he not a famous YouTuber anymore? Or whatever
He
he is?
he is a famous YouTuber. People
Oh.
may not remember him though, but he would troll people on Minecraft. So I'd always I wanted to get it on PC so bad to like try to
Getting like a server. With
get in
people?
his server and stuff like that. And so I'd go on those servers and like they had all these different type of game modes, like Hunger Games, like game modes, and like
Yeah.
even with like the glitchy computer I was using back then,
Mhm.
it was still fun. Like I'd still like you'd run and try to get these chests in the middle and try to kill everyone, and it was just a blast. I have so many memories on Minecraft. Like even to this day, like it's still a fun game to hop on and go through. It's just doesn't have the same effect as the rest of these games, but like as a game in general, it's like perfect. The way they did it, it's never gonna grow old. That's my number 6.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I can't say too much about it.
Of course, I know you can't.
Okay, so my number 6, like you said, we're not gonna do over our top 5. My number 6, I can't believe this isn't in the top 5. Just thinking about it, just for how much I love this game, but it's not. My number 6, I got Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Yep, that's a good game.
Dang, dude, you want to talk about just such a sick game? I even remember the trailers leading up to it, seeing the dude doing the shouts and stuff like that, and like the
Oh
trailers.
yeah, of
You remember
course.
that?
I didn't even think about that, but like yeah,
Yeah.
dude, some of those trailers, like you see him with the helmet and
Yeah,
stuff.
you see his
bro.
armor, and it's already enough to like
And,
get
like,
you.
Shout out Oblivion too. Like I don't know, did you play Oblivion?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Oblivion was like such a fun game. So
Yeah.
like I loved that. So when the
Mhm.
trailer for Skyrim came out,
Yeah.
dude, I was going crazy.
Well, Skyrim is just like different, bro. Like I don't even know where to start.
Yeah,
Dude,
you
like,
don't.
We just had, I mean, such a good game. Like you can honestly play through that like a bunch of times. It has replayability because you can like build yourself as a mage, as a warrior. You can join different factions. There's just so much stuff to. There's endless side quests. The map is massive. It looks beautiful. The music is insane. Like if you when you play through the actual storyline, it's dope. Like the skill trees and how you like progress is like perfect, dude. It's just I honestly like a 10 out of 10 game. Like it's literally perfect for what it is. It's so
yeah, number
good.
6 is low.
Yeah, it is low. Number 6 is low. Honestly, thinking about it, but shoot, I don't even care. I mean, I played that game so much, like from when I was younger, all the way up to I mean, I haven't played it too recently or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I remember us like, some like just a random thing I remember from that game is us like trying to there was some sort of maybe glitch you could do where you could get your smithing up because you needed your smithing to level 100 to be able to make like
Yeah.
dragon armor and Daedric armor and stuff like that,
Oh,
which was
yeah.
like. Bro, the armor and the way you can customize your character is so sick. I mean, bro, think about like when you're hunting the dragons, like they're flying around the sky, and you have to actually like shoot them down. And then they added like all the DLC and stuff. Like, it's just, I mean, I wish my life was Skyrim. Like, literally, I wish I was living in Skyrim and I was like the Dragonborn.
of course.
So, God, I mean, I could
Yeah.
go on and on. That game is legit, bro. It's so good. Probably the best RPG like ever. Well, obviously not, but.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, no, it's dope. So Skyrim at number 6, not even in the top 5. Dang,
Not
what's
even
wrong
on
with
your top 5?
me? I don't know.
I am a little bit disappointed.
It's okay. I mean, some of these other ones just.
I understand. I'm very confident about my top 5 list. The rest of these were all picky for me. But this top 5, I'm confident on. You're gonna see a theme.
Again, it's because of my list gets confusing because of the multiplayer, like competitive gamer in me, and then the storyline single
Just
player.
depends which one you enjoy more, I guess.
I guess we'll find out. Yeah, that's my number 6. We're going into your top 5, huh?
We're going to my top 5.
Here we go. I don't
Boom.
honestly know what you're gonna have on there. I can't believe.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into this. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So you're gonna see a theme for these next 3. My number 5, I got Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I wrote it down. It's
Oh
not on my
my,
list.
oh my goodness, man! I love that game. I
Mhm.
could still play it now if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I would put it above the new Battlefront. It's not even the same idea at all.
Definitely. Yeah,
So
it's
I'm
different.
obviously talking about not Battlefront 2 that we have out now. I don't know what it's still called Battlefront 2. That's what I had to look up earlier. It's still called Star Wars Battlefront 2. I don't know
Yeah.
why they're called
Except
the
for the
same
one that
thing.
came out for like PlayStation and Xbox and
Yeah,
stuff,
like the
or
original
360,
Xbox
yeah.
and stuff like that. My goodness, the times I had on that game, just like shooting shooting stormtroopers, getting that Jedi on that certain map, getting to pick Jedi or Sith, like whatever is on that map,
Yeah.
getting to play Darth Maul and running around and just shredding through
Annihilating
everybody.
people. Yeah.
One memory that always comes to mind, and again, it has to be on my list because of this. I remember there was we were living in Kentucky at the time,
Mhm.
and there was like a tornado siren going on, like tornado warning, and it was
Yeah.
like pouring the rain.
Yeah.
I hate tornadoes. Even right now,
Still
that's my
yeah, he's definitely afraid of storms. It's like his worst fear for sure.
easily my worst fear. Gets me so anxious. But then I remember like it was raining, the tornado siren was going off. I was freaking out. I remember me and my friend, this kid Cameron at the time, we were just playing Star Wars Battlefront, and like it was raining on the map, like on the game.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it killed.
Mellowed you out?
I had no anxiety
I know
after playing
exactly
that.
what map you're talking about too.
Yeah. Yeah, the map with like the big tower
Yeah.
or whatever, and like the pathways to the middle and stuff.
Mhm.
That game is just
That's where
so
Obi-Wan.
fun.
It's like the place where the clones are made, and Obi-Wan goes there, and Boba Fett is in there.
I have terrible
It's in the
memory of the Star
prequels,
Wars.
but yeah, it's during the Clone Wars.
Um,
Probably why.
It's crazy. I played those games and I hadn't even seen Star Wars, and I loved
Yeah.
them. They were so fun. Like, or you have the jungle map where you get to play Ashoka, and like, yeah, you're just in the middle of like, and you get to choose like the good,
The good side or the bad side.
the good
depends. It
side or
could
the
be, like,
bad
the
side.
rebellion or the
Yeah.
whoever, but
and it's just so fun.
Mhm.
You're not even playing people online, are you?
no, not at the time. I don't know if you could or not, but I wasn't playing online. But I remember we would play.
I don't
But
think so.
on top of that, there's the conquest mode where you like have
Yeah.
to conquer the empire and conquer all the planets, and you like CPUs like moving with you like and stuff. Dude, that was so legit. You're, like,
Which I
playing-
only did
and
that
the
with you.
And the space battles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was the I don't know what the place is called, but where it's like the level where you can only it's still there. It's the level where you can only play as Jedi or Sith. There's no like troopers.
I was gonna say you're sounding like a Minecraft villager.
You know what I'm talking about though? Where you can, it's like the
Oh
desert
yeah,
map
yeah,
with the big
yeah.
Coliseum. where
Oh
you can
yeah. Oh
only
my
play-
God.
you
What
can-
is it called? I'm not gonna try to waste time remembering that.
Wait, it's like Anakin's homeworld and stuff.
I know
Or
exactly what you're talking
Luke's
about.
homeworld. I mean, what's that place called?
Oh, I'm not gonna
Bruh,
remember.
I'm tweaking, so I'm definitely not gonna know.
But man, that was fun too. Like you get
don't
to
have
either
that
be
in
all the
trivia, do you?
Jedi's or all the. I'm putting it
adding
in
it.
there.
But yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Where you can play as all the
yeah,
Jedi
you got
and
to
the
either
Sith?
be all the Jedi or all the Sith. Dude, so fun. Oh my
That was
gosh.
lit.
Yeah, and just yeah, so fun. I don't have too much to say because the gameplay itself like does not live up to the gameplay of the other games, but like the memories and that stuff I had on that game and like how
Mhm.
fun it was back then, especially.
Yeah,
Yeah, it has to be in my top 5, but I'm gonna put it at number 5.
I like that.
Okay,
Me?
Yeah, let's see the top 5, baby. Let's go.
I'm looking at it like it's just real. But all right, my number 5. I'm confident this one should be in top 5 somewhere. My number 5. I don't have a specific game though. I can't. I'm sorry.
Dude, you got to. What is it gonna be? Call of Duty?
No, it's Pokemon.
Okay, that's fine.
Pokemon. Well, I have a specific Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Like
Okay.
the first gen,
Okay,
bro.
we'll take it, I guess.
But really any Pokemon, it doesn't matter.
it's for you guys to decide if that's allowed.
It's really any Pokemon though.
Yeah.
Dude, but Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, I mean, dude, the time I have put in on those games from when I was little to growing up, like how many times I would pick up that game, and as soon as like it could be as something as small as like I'm gonna take a trip, someone's driving, let me get whatever handheld I have at the time, whether it's like a Game Boy Color at one point or SP, DS, whatever it is, I'm like, let me get Pokemon out and play it because like I'm gonna be on a car ride, and then I end up like beating the game, like getting all level 100 Pokemon, getting all the legendaries, and like going crazy on it because
Yeah.
like it's so good. It's just, dude, it's so fun. I don't know what it is about it that's so addicting to me, but it's just like it's so fun.
It's like one of the first grindy games you probably ever played.
Definitely. I think Dad probably introduced it to me at some point, but I honestly don't really know what it is about it. But I mean, I just was so addicted to the Pokemon games, and yeah, just it's super nostalgic. It introduced me to like a grindy RPG style game like that. Like obviously, that is the type of thing that led me to find something like Monster Sanctuary later on and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love Pokemon. I love like like I said, I've beaten Pokemon Sun. I've beaten Pokemon like Sapphire, Ruby multiple times, Emerald. Like I've beaten like so many versions of Pokemon. Um, and they're all just like amazing, dude. So yeah, just figuring like getting and like I said, the replayability. You can like make different types of teams and like the way the evolutions work and like fighting the different gyms and stuff like that and having like your like 6-man squad of just absolute beasts and like the
Yeah.
legendaries and stuff. And I mean, dude, yeah. Even something as funny as like picking like a terrible Pokemon like Magikarp and getting him to level 100 and being able to use Tackle with Magikarp since that's like the only move he can learn and literally like beat like anybody with it, like something random like that. There's just so much that goes into it. But Pokemon is such a like intricate, well developed game, and for what it is, like dude, and that's like a handheld thing. Like you can literally at any moment just if you're bored, just sit down and play that. It's amazing. So
Yeah. It's.
yeah,
I mean, not to
I had to
mention.
put it in there.
Yeah, because I mean, I only put Pokemon Arceus. I never got into all the old Pokemon games. But like you think about just the culture around Pokemon, the show,
True.
the song that we both love, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like I mean, it activates like an inner kid in you
Bro, there's
almost.
like and like I know so much about I don't know. I have so much knowledge when it comes to Pokemon. It's crazy. Like I like yeah, I don't know. It's unbelievable. But yeah, what's your
Yeah,
favorite Pokemon if you had to say? Do you know?
my favorite like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Ooh, um, just off the top of my head, just out of base like just looks, I'm gonna say Alakazam or Abra.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's dope.
I like him.
I like that.
Or
It's funny.
Cubone. I like Cubone a lot too.
That's funny. Because my favorite's Gengar. He's like the ultimate counter to
Mm,
Alakazam.
I
Because he's a
would.
ghost. He's a ghost type.
Yeah, I would. I would have to think about that. I remember
You
when I
don't
was.
know wait, you don't know who he is, you're saying?
No, I know who he is. I
Oh,
would.
okay.
I remember playing Arceus. I had to have the types and their strengths and weaknesses on there.
Yeah.
Um, if you test me, I bet I could still figure it out. But I had to like, man, the depth that goes into that strength, weakness, like neutral, like
What's electric type weak to?
ground. That's it, right?
Rock.
Ground and rock. Is
Yeah.
it? Are you sure it's weak to rock? Are you sure?
Chat. That's what we tell him, bro. Yes, I'm sure. Have you never seen like the first like one of the first episodes of Pokemon
I
when
swear,
Ash
when I was playing,
you know,
it was.
remember when
Oh,
Pikachu
it
goes
is
to
probably
fight
rock.
Onix and he gets destroyed by him?
But Onyx is ground too. Ground and rock.
I don't know, bro. Rock is no, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I had to have all that list, like that whole list of that up. Yeah, Pokemon definitely has to be on your list. There's no doubt about that. Not
Yep.
to mention, you can play on road trips. That just adds a whole different level of.
Dude, I played it so many times. It's unbelievable.
Literally, he'll
I
whip
literally
out.
still have
He'll
the
pull out.
2DS in
He'll
my
pull out.
backseat.
Yeah, he'll pull out the oldest DS we have out of like the back of his bed just to charge it for like a road trip because he can't. He needs something to do. And he'll
Go
do
ahead.
it. Okay, so
You're
number 4.
right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like all these. So my number 4, I got Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It's like it's definitely my favorite Call of
You
Duty.
have
on
that
this
number
whole list.
4?
Yeah,
That's cool, dude. That's funny.
yeah. I love
Yeah.
that. Obviously, it's the best thing about that for me is gonna be zombies. I loved playing
Mm,
zombies on Black Ops 2. I mean, transit town. Like even now when
true.
I was playing like Roblox, and like randomly on my phone. Don't ask why. I don't know. I haven't ever played it before. But there was like a zombie game on there,
Must have been
and I
boring.
remember like all the people all the people online I was playing with like ended up leaving the lobby, and I had played like 20 more rounds after that. My forearms were literally on fire. That's the only reason I got off. Literally just running trains, just going around. I'm like, I learned that from town because you go around the bus and stuff, and like,
Yeah.
or like, or Preston and one of his friends would be running a train, and I'd run in and accidentally mess it up or something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Costed me so many times. I was
Yeah.
trying to set the world record.
but then you just, oh my god, this is so fun. Like the hammer, you get the ray gun, you get all those I just had so much fun playing that. So I played it so often too. Like the transit, the bus takes off and you're running through the road, just constantly knifing, getting the zombies to stop like attacking you, just
Yeah.
trying to get to the town as fast as you can. And so fun, all the Easter eggs and stuff like that. That was the
Yeah.
first time I got into Easter eggs and like being able to like save your weapons and like get the pack a punch on transit and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, again, I know other people probably. I hope honestly, it seems like the best zombies to me, clear cut. I had the
I
most
would.
fun
Yeah.
on it.
No, definitely. No doubt
Um,
about that.
just yeah, so many memories on that. But I also did enjoy the multiplayer. I don't remember it as much.
Mhm.
But I remember.
What the
Whoa,
heck? Something's going
clear
on.
his throat. uh, but
I'm cutting that.
I remember getting the gun like the commando.
Bro, that's Black Ops 1, my
I
guy.
lied. I knew I was gonna get that wrong. Maybe I don't. I can't remember, but I'm sure I played multiplayer too. The Call of Duties all blend together for me. I'm not as big of a fan, but that one, the zombies specifically, is why it's on my list. So
Yeah.
I don't know much about the multiplayer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the zombies itself, I just literally had so many like funny memories. Like someone would go down with the ray gun. They're like, "You gotta give me up, man! I have the ray gun. Like I can't."
Well, it's cool because they can cover you while you're. Remember, like, if
Oh
you go down,
yeah,
you can shoot if whatever you're like.
yeah,
And I think if you have the ray gun, it's like I don't know. I can't
yeah.
remember.
You're yeah,
Because I
yeah.
thought when you go down, it pulls out your pistol.
It does.
But
Well,
if
it
you have
pulls out
the
your
but if you have the ray gun, you can do it. Because like if you go down, you don't like shoot.
yeah. You
your
don't have
hammer.
a yeah, but you have.
But if you have the ray gun, you can use it. So you can actually like cover them while they res you.
yeah. Or someone like you'll have to throw a monkey to get them,
True.
or you open the box up and you get like the teddy bear and you get screwed while everyone else got really good weapons. It's just I had so much fun on that game.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good one.
All right, that's my number 4. So you're number 4 now.
My number 4.
Yep.
My number 4. I got Rocket League.
Oh, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
We were talking about music for a second and I forgot. I probably should have been on my list maybe, but also I'm trash at it, so like maybe it's probably not going to be on my list.
But you're trash at every game.
Whatever. Just go. Why Rocket League, man?
Yeah. Just kidding. Rocket League I still play to this day. I've been playing it for probably like 3 years. It's
Above Skyrim?
yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, bro, recency bias plays a factor. Dude. I
Yeah,
can't
for
lie.
sure.
Bro. But like I'm still getting better at it. Like I just got to Grand Champ, which I'm literally like the top 1% of players in that game. It's Grand Champ and Supersonic Legend.
That
that's
is
it.
crazy though.
Bro, and
will
I
say
can't
that's
even
crazy.
flip reset yet. So that's crazy. Like I'm just still getting better at it. So, but I don't know. It's just such a simple game. Like you mentioned sports games, like 2K and Madden and things like that. And it's crazy because Rocket League is what I wish those games were still. Like I had fun playing Madden and 2K growing up and stuff like that. But they
Mhm.
always they just like butcher their games. They always try to do more and more and more and more and more. Rocket League has always been the same. It's always been the same mechanics, really. People have just gotten better at it, but they never change it much. And it's like the most simple thing. I mean, it's literally you're a rocket car playing soccer, trying to
Yeah.
score the ball.
It is fun.
But you can do like so many things, and dude, the I mean, just the times I've had like with people like playing it with my friends and stuff like that, it's like literally unmatched.
Yeah.
It's always been so much fun. Like
Mm-hmm.
countless different groups of people, and like the grind from when I was like a bronze to I remember like the first time I got to diamond, and I was like, bro, like I never thought I would get here because I remember like the skill gap between like a plat player and a diamond player, like their mechanics and what they could do with their car was like so different. I was like, I'm never gonna get there, and now I'm like so like I like a diamond and a plat, like I could beat like 4 of them at the same time because of how much better I've gotten,
Mhm.
but it's still the exact same game. So yeah, dude, it's so fun. The music
Yeah.
is unmatched. I'm not kidding. Look up Rocket League soundtrack on any music platform that you have if you just want to vibe. I'm talking vibey music. It's gonna put you in a. It's gonna make you feel like good.
Yeah.
They always are doing it. They're always updating the music.
We were even so we usually we come up with like our content ideas and stuff like that, and then before the podcast that's when we do like we plan what we're gonna say.
Yeah.
Especially if we have like a top 5 list, which usually takes us like an hour because we
At
were
least,
struggling
yeah.
at least. So I put on Rocket League music in the background, and just man, it takes you into like it almost feels like you're already logging into Rocket League just
Yeah.
because of how much it takes you into that world. And it matches so well with just everything going on.
No,
the
they pick vibey music, but it's a vibey game, dude. You're literally it's like a retro, like you're like I said, you're a rocket car flying around, spinning around, playing soccer.
Yeah,
It's so lit. But dude, like the feeling of like a good like pass or like
yeah,
and goal, or like incredible crazy save or like crazy play or like flicking someone or outplaying them. It's just like so fun, and it's always gonna be fun. It's like what Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart was when I was a kid. Now, like in a way, except
Yeah, for
except
sure.
except way more competitive. Like not really though, because like it's very competitive, and I'm very competitive, especially in gaming too. Like I love to compete, and so like I just have so much fun playing it. And I like carry like my friends like Droop. I literally carry him like
Shout out Drew.
shout out Droopy. I literally carry him all the time. Big ol, of course, like Big ol. We let my friend Big ol play with us, but he's terrible. But we just kind of carry him along.
Yeah, you're hearing that right. His name is Big O.
Big ol, yeah, literally Big ol. That's
um,
it. But yeah, Rocket League number 4. I
yeah,
had to.
when I think about some of the best times I had, it was playing like 2v2s with you and your friends. God,
Yeah,
that's so fun. That was more
yeah.
fun to me than just playing like casual stuff like
And
that.
think
'Cause
about then, like you could actually come. Like I'm not even trying to make a joke. Like you were actually like in our skill lab. It's crazy. Like now, like it's not like I could like you couldn't even touch the ball if
well,
I wanted you to.
yeah, dude. Yeah, trust me. It's why I don't play with them anymore. But like, it'd be so fun. I remember one of the best things ever was like somehow I just literally like accidentally was like flying up and
I
I like
remember
like
that.
hit the ball like I like followed it perfectly into the goal and I was like I like clipped it. I literally like lost my mind. It literally felt I was just like perfect. I
Yeah.
never have done anything like that in Rocket League since. But like that was crazy. Everyone was like, "Was that Connor?" They're like, there
There's
we
no
go.
way.
But yeah, I've had some really good times. Just doesn't do it for me
Yeah.
anymore. It's
And
not
it's
the
crazy.
same.
Like I said, it's impossible to compare Rocket League and Skyrim. But if you're gonna ask me which one is my favorite, like I love Skyrim and how it made me feel when I played it and stuff like that. But Rocket League is like, bro,
Yeah,
dude, if I could go back and start over in Rocket League from when I was a bronze and like relearn everything, I probably would just because how like fun like the grind was to like get better.
yeah,
And like yeah, so
and lots of memories. I mean,
yeah.
trust me, I'm hating, but I get it. It's our favorites.
Yeah, and like I
You
said, not
guys
just
can hate
competitive,
him
it's
though.
also casual too. Like it's fun. But
Yeah,
go ahead,
if you guys want to hate on his list, you go for it.
bro. There's no way anyone can hate on my list. I'm the ultimate gamer,
Yeah. Okay.
so my list is good. Everyone needs to just respect it.
All right, my number 3. This was one I was like, I was making a list and I was like, oh my god, I forgot about this, and now it's my number 3. So
Wow.
that shows that I should have remembered it.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Left 4 Dead 2.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh my
That's a
gosh,
really good one.
I loved
Wow, that's a
that
good one.
game.
I
That was
probably
like,
should have put us maybe somewhere low on my list, like
yeah, it
10,
it,
maybe.
it
Like,
deserves a lot of recognition for what it was. That was like my childhood game. Like
yeah.
I had so much fun playing that game. I'll go first through like the campaign. It's like scary playing that game almost like with the zombies
You're just
coming in.
always on edge.
Like always on edge. Like when the tank music comes in and the tank's coming at you, you're just literally terrified. Oh my gosh, it was just so fun. Or like one of the maps, you have to get a bunch of gas tanks to fill up a car. Like the panic
The one
that
in the
goes.
mall. Well, you do that.
Yeah.
No, there's a bunch of ones you do that.
Yeah, but the one in the mall is the one I'm thinking of. When you have to like you have to have friends who will throw the gas tank over the counter. You are in full panic mode because the closer you get, like 2 tanks may be on the map, and you are just
And
running
thousands
for
of
your
zombies,
life,
literally.
and you may end up just leaving people behind because you just don't care. You're just gonna
Just wanna
fill up
get
the
out.
car. They're down. You're like, I'm not saving you. I'm so sorry. But some of the best of it was versus like online, getting
Yeah.
to play the zombie and getting to play like the human was so fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like remember playing it now, but I just remember how fun it was. Like
Yeah, like playing the hunter and the smoker and like grabbing people.
yeah,
We would like combo things. Like I would like we would play together and we'd both be the zombies and I would like grab someone as a smoker
and I'd be
then-
a hunter and
yeah,
I'd jump on
yeah,
them and
jump
start
on 'em,
attacking them.
Yeah.
Or you get to be lucky and get to be the tank, which honestly was so much pressure. I
Yeah.
hated it because I just always would choke and never like just you'd be. Well, the thing is, honestly, the other ones seem better to me because you're just knocking people around, but like then you have to go run over to them
They're
again.
getting away.
But so fun. Like like I've seen like memes of like when you see a medkit on the ground, everyone's like every gamer. Or everyone's like, oh, there must be a boss coming or something like that. Like,
Because they're like refilling your health.
yeah, I always think about Left 4 Dead 2. Or the bridge map when you're trying to run,
Iconic.
when you're running down, trying to get to the end to get to the helicopter. Just
Yeah.
so fun. You have
Yeah.
so many like, I had so many good memories on that, especially for a game that's not even online.
Yeah.
It did such a good job. Which I thought was funny. Why I said I had a common theme is I had Black Ops 2, Battlefront 2, Left 4 Dead 2, all back to back to back.
All the twos.
I love all the twos, but like, and I remember like even playing Left 4 Dead 2. I'd never played Left 4 Dead 1, but like there was a DLC where you got to see those characters again.
Yeah.
It was just so fun, man. I had so much good time, like so many good times on that. You can play like co-op games like that. Like me and you played that game so much together.
Crazy amounts.
I haven't played the new one, but it just doesn't seem the same
It's
to me.
terrible. The mechanic, it's clunky.
Yeah,
Left 4 Dead 2 is iconic.
so good.
It's great. I'm just literally thinking about I literally am having vivid memories of the very end of the bridge when usually you get there and there's like nobody left or everyone's one shot and like everyone's getting knocked at the
You're
end.
just running to the
literally running
helicopter.
for your life, just trying to get there. The pipe bombs and the Molotovs and stuff. Like
Oh,
the pipe
yeah.
bomb would like draw all the zombies together.
Or
and
the
stuff.
like the witch and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like
the witch music.
or she's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
cries.
You're like witch trying to creep around.
Or
Yeah.
like someone will mess with you and shoot a car alarm.
Yeah.
Just and have all the zombies come after you.
That is a great game, man.
Man,
Great
so
memories.
fun. Can't say enough. If you haven't played it, just go play it. Even now, you would still have such a fun time playing that game. Yeah, that's my number 3. Now we're on the top 3.
Yeah.
I am curious.
Number 3,
Number 3.
it's COD.
Okay.
Do you know which one it is? It was between Black Ops 2 and another one, but I didn't put Black Ops 2. You may not.
Modern Warfare 3.
No.
Dang.
Black Ops 3.
I never even. Yeah.
Black Ops 3 was the first. I don't know if it was Advanced Warfare brought in the advanced movement. Black Ops 3 was like the first like jetpack game. And jetpacks definitely got old after a while, but Black Ops 3, I loved Call of Duty like all my life. I've always played COD, but Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was the first game where I got like it was not my first like Rocket League is way later when I got into it compared to competitive gaming, but Black Ops 3 I got into competitive gaming, and I'm not talking just like ranked play.
Well, he's not talking regular competitive. He's talking ranked play.
I'm not talking ranked play. I'm talking I'm going online, I'm creating an account, and I'm wagering money.
Oh, yeah.
I'm wagering actual money
Mhm.
against people like I want to like play for money. Like, and dude, yeah. I mean, but first of all, even before the competitive stuff, like the public matches, like just like pub stomping and annihilating all the noobs and stuff that were playing their games was like amazing. Like I was just unbelievably dominant at that
Mhm.
game, but I just had so fun. I grinded that game.
Was that
The
one of the ones
camos.
where you got to like
It's like the VMP, the M8, the Man of War.
Oh yeah, okay.
You could wall. It was like the
I
first one
remember
you
the
could like.
VMP.
It's like the first one where you could like wall run.
I'll let you keep going into detail about it though.
Okay.
I was
ask
gonna
me.
say, what's like
With the exosuits and stuff.
yeah, wasn't one of them where you got like special abilities? Was that Advanced Warfare?
Well, no. Black Ops 3 was one where you had like the Tempest, like the electric gun.
Yes.
Yes, and like the Purifier, like the flamethrower.
Oh,
active
I
camo,
loved Black
active
Ops 3
camo.
actually.
You can go invisible.
Yes.
Bro, yeah, we
Or
played
the
that.
Gravity Slam.
Yeah, grab slam, grab
Oh
spikes.
my god, I played
Yeah.
Black Ops 3 so much actually.
Dude, Black
I forget
Ops 3
about
was
that.
lit. Yeah, all the specials and stuff. But then, like I said, the public matches, pub stomping, dropping kill streaks, like dropping like raps and like all the kill streaks were so good. Dude, that game was that was the game where I went like 64-0 with the Man of War. You were watching me on that desert map,
really?
and that was also the game where you told me to put on the highest kill streak. I
And
forget
you
what
got
was, and
it!
I got it literally
Like a
first try.
Moab or something like that.
Yeah. First try. Well, it wasn't a Moab, but yeah, it was some. It was like some sort of like gun. It was gunship.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so like pub stomping, playing with your friends on that. But then like that's when I first ever like a lot of people got into like game battles and GBs and competitive like in like Modern Warfare. But for me, like Black Ops 3, dude, like I literally grinded game battles, wagers, search and destroy tournaments and things like that, dude. Like, and like that was like the first introduction to like being in a search and destroy and you're in a 1v1 to like win the money, or if you lose you and your friends like lose your money and like dude, the anxiety it would give you and the way it would make you feel was like crazy. Like your heart's racing, the bomb's playing, it's 1v1 round 11, like winner takes all, and like you're trying to like hunt someone down and win and like clutch up for the squad. Like that feeling is unmatched, and I chase that feeling forever. I'm like I said, I'm as competitive as they come. I love Call of Duty, so yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much who you are now with like your gaming style and what you enjoy.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
With Valorant and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
like
it definitely
it started your competitive probably like
100%. And then on top of that, like I mean, to have like a competitive Call of Duty in my top 3, I mean, I'm literally like the most massive fan of like competitive Call of Duty. Like I like to watch the esport, like the teams, like following like Optic Gaming and things like that. So yeah,
he was struggling to do this podcast because he wanted to watch Optic right now.
Optic's playing. I hope I hope they're winning. I have no idea, but we're gonna find out afterwards.
He actually got in a game with Scump recently.
Yeah, I literally just got in a game with Scump like not too long ago on a different game that he's playing. But yeah, so
come on the podcast, Scump.
Yeah, Scump, come on, I know you're watching. But yeah, so I had to put a COD in the top 3 somewhere, and I just picked whatever my favorite one was, and so yeah, I picked Black Ops 3.
Makes sense.
Badass game.
I was thinking about I was thinking about Advanced Warfare. That was one of the ones I think I played the most that I was actually really
That's with
good
the
at.
ASM1 and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes. Or yeah, I just remember there was like a loot box system in that
And
game
you
or
would get
something
like
like that.
variants of the guns.
And I remember I was playing shout out Matthew if you're watching.
Yep.
We were like he was opening a loot box and he was like purple variant ASM1 or whatever, and it was like one of the rarest guns you can get.
Yeah.
And it opened up, and we
Yeah.
literally like that moment was iconic. It was just one of those like no way that actually just happened. Like no
Mhm.
way you actually just got that. Like one, can't believe that just happened. Like can't believe you called it. Two, I'm so jealous because I want that gun so bad.
Yep. I remember all those guns.
Yeah, just random. I don't really play COD that much. I don't even need my phone for these last two. I know them.
Go for it. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Overwatch. I have to,
Nice.
of course. So
Yeah.
this is the game I still like. If I'm playing Xbox, it's gonna be Overwatch now. That's
Yep.
all I play. I've played it since it first came out. I remember like, oh my god, I've had so much fun on this game. So many good memories. Like, it's the only game I've ever gotten competitive with, probably ever. Like, I don't ever get competitive in like Call of Duty or like. Obviously, I don't have a PC, so none of those.
Yeah.
Halo never really did. Like, that was too young for that. But Overwatch, like, I love the way they set up their game. I think it's awesome. I don't like Overwatch 2 as much as I like Overwatch 1. So if I'm being specific, the first one.
Mhm.
Although I do like 5v5 a lot. But Overwatch 1, man, like, I've played it since it came out. I played Reinhardt, Zarya. Like, I have so many hours on this game.
Yeah, he's a tank man for sure.
It's just so fun. I did so good on it. Like, I've like linked up with random groups of people and just played with them, and honestly I always love it. I always have a good time playing with it, especially because a lot of these other games, probably why I don't like them is because I'm not very good, but Overwatch I keep up with everybody, like
Definitely.
even him and his friends, and they play on PC, and
Yeah.
I hold my own.
100%. Yeah, no, I mean, that's like the game where you would always be like, let's play competitive. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm not playing because I suck. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, I'm not playing like competitive. I'm going to get stomped. And it was like more of a casual thing for me. And I would like, you were like, bro, let's play. You were like all about the competitive. And that was always like, I didn't understand.
So fun. Like, you get all these different characters to play. Like, there's a game mode called Mystery Heroes where like you get put as a random character. So it just makes your gaming experience so much more fun because like
Keeps it fresh.
Like, you don't. It's not the same thing every time, and you may go on a hot streak. You get play of the game like that. Like in the first one, like
Yeah.
play of the game is usually all that matters. Like you get play of the game, you get to see your highlight intro. You're just hyped up. But like Overwatch now doesn't even compare to what Overwatch used to be for me. Like when I actually tried to play competitive and go on these grinds of winning and winning and winning. Like
Yeah.
I remember I had one of the most rageful moments when like me and my two other friends at the time were playing Overwatch comp, and we were killing it. Like we were on like a huge win streak. I was about to be plat, and then one of my friends was like, "I gotta go." I'm like, "Dude, we are one win away. Just stay on." I'm like, "Dude,
Mhm.
stay on." And he was like, "No, I gotta go." He got off. We lost the next game. I have never. I think that's the most mad I've ever been on a game. I raged out. So that's one thing. If I could fix, their ranking system is not that great.
It's horrible.
It's not that great. It makes the game like a little bit bad, but even then, do I love it? It's so casual. It's so fun. I just love it. I can't really say enough about how much I love this game. It's the
Yeah.
only competitive game, multiplayer game I still play.
Mhm.
There's this thing called Drunk Watch where like you'll drink and like play with like other people who are drinking, and like they would have their group name Drunk Watch. It's hilarious because nobody cares. Nothing's better when you're playing with like a multiplayer game where nobody really cares whether you win or
Yeah.
lose because you can just have so much fun.
Mhm.
Or
It's the first thing I said about it was like it's the perfect mix of competitive.
shout
and
out Mitch.
Shout out Mitch Gibson. It's a perfect mix of competitive and casual, bro. You can do whatever you want on that. It's
Obviously
great.
you said a lot about it, man. That game is awesome. It's my favorite. It's my favorite multiplayer game by far.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's my number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Overwatch.
Dude, I have no idea what your number 1 could be. All right, my number 2.
Mm-hmm.
For my number 2, it's crazy to think, but I had to put it. Honestly, I don't like it. Just has to go there. I've had the most timeless memories on it, and I forever will. My number 2 is Minecraft.
Yeah.
I had to put it.
I knew you'd put it higher than me.
Yeah.
But
Dude, from the time I first played it and like just like when I was way younger, like as a kid, and like just the times you had like your first playthroughs of like figuring things out, and like the possibilities are literally endless. It's an endlessly generated world where you can do whatever you want. The music, unmatched.
you could.
Come on.
I can't. You do it. Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, dude, like the music, like, dude, is so like chill. It's chill until it's not, because also like when the mobs start to come out and the enemies and stuff, like it can be like really freaky and hectic, like at night when all the different like zombies and skeletons and creepers are spawning, and it's endless, bro. They do such a good job. Like when you're going in caves and looking for like the rare like minerals like iron and diamonds and stuff like that. When you do find diamonds, like how that makes you feel. And then like I just love like base building. So getting to be creative and like build your base and stuff and get those juices flowing is like always lit. And then yeah, like I said, then later on, like they've just updated it and made it look so amazing. And then like again, big ol' some of my like friends that I'm like met later on and stuff that I started playing games with, like, dude, like when I introduced him to it and then getting to play through it again with him, and like later on, like getting to like re-experience it for myself, and it was still like so dope. And like, dude, like the creativeness you can have with it and the stuff you can do is so fun. It's literally like the perfectly made game. Like I said, casual. It can get crazy. Like the memories you've made, like I have endless memories on it, and like hilarious times like that I'll never forget. So yeah, I mean, dude, Minecraft is an easy top three, no doubt.
For you, I understand. For me, for some reason, sorry, all these other ones just were a little bit of a higher, just for nostalgia. But like, yeah, I knew Minecraft had to be high up for you.
Yeah,
I have I have no idea what your number one is. Like, I really can't think of it. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious. Actually,
I don't know yours either.
I may know. I may
Yeah.
know. Okay.
But yeah, I know I didn't say too much about it, but man, I mean, it's self-explanatory, dude.
Yeah.
Minecraft is like, I mean, and it's crazy because a lot of people hear Minecraft and they think like a really kiddish game, which I
Yeah.
understand that. But dude, if you really dive into it, like even Biggle would never play Minecraft. He's like, I'm not playing that. Like that game sucks. I'm never playing that. And then as soon as he started playing it, bro, the dude like didn't get off the game for like 6 months straight. Like he literally loved it, because there's so much to it. Even like Tfue, like a super like funny, edgy streamer. He does like Minecraft speed runs all the time and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, dude, like Minecraft is a insane game. The possibilities are endless, and you can hop in anytime and like get a world started and just go for it. And then like, yeah, my me playing Minecraft got me into a bunch of other games like Grounded, Valheim, Raft, and like
Yeah.
crafter builders, and like that genre is just dope. It's one of my favorites.
Something I forgot about completely. I don't know why I remembered it now. There was just this time period when I was playing Minecraft with some dude online who I did not even know who he was, and like we made a world where pretty much like paper was like currency, and like everyone had like jobs and stuff like that, and like
So
me and him were like he was like the leader, I was like co-leader or something like that. Dude,
Yeah.
that was so fun. I had so much fun with that, and like
yeah, not to mention like
Minecraft
the
is
Hunger Games and all that stuff too. Like you
Yeah.
mentioned, like that was always so fun.
yeah, like all the different game modes that like are already like pre-set up, but like if you just go in and just survival and just make something like that,
Mhm.
it's crazy. Or you can go into creative and make something nuts.
Yeah.
Just like he said, endless. It has to be up there. Am I going to my number one?
Do it, hit it.
Okay. You ready? Hopefully everyone can hear this. Oh, not that. We're gonna get past this ad first.
I was like, wait, what is that? I don't know that. I was like, dude, is Animal Crossing his number one?
Number one, Animal Crossing. Let's go.
Oh, duh.
Hold on. Yeah, if this doesn't kick in your nostalgia, you're missing out. I mean, yeah, how did you not know this is my number one?
I know, I did.
I'm letting it get to the beat.
There you go.
Ooh. We're just going to take a moment and appreciate this, because when you log into Skyrim, it gets you in that mood.
Bro.
Alright, I'll stop it there. Oh my goodness, I got chills even listening to that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I feel it.
Only game I ever went to the midnight release for. Shout out GameStop. Again, we were just talking about today how much I actually love the experience of going to GameStop. Me and my mom went to the midnight release, sat in line. It was just, the line was so unbelievably long. It's crazy.
It's insane.
Everybody wanted to get that game. And then they open the door and you go in and you get it. And like, it was so late. I was so tired, but I just logged in and I heard that sound, and you are just already like, this game's going to be nuts. You already went into great detail about it, but man, that game is just unreal. It's unmatched. I've never had an experience like that. Like it even came with a giant map of the world. It
I'll
just
never forget that.
yeah, it just merges you into that world.
Literally.
Oh my goodness, like you just have like you get to really decide who you want to be, and like The Witcher 3 and like Elden Ring, they all came after that, and like to me, like I think so at least, but like The Witcher 3 definitely did, and Elden Ring obviously did.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. After, yeah.
And I just felt like that set like that was a mind blowing
It was
world
definitely,
that
it
you
was
go
different.
into.
Everyone makes it's different, but Skyrim was different, bro.
Yeah, and like you just get to choose who you want to be. Like the world itself, like it's like he said, it's like the world that I've always wanted to like be in. Like when I think of Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, like just going around, like you may see a random bear or a troll or a giant or like
Yeah.
a fox. You can hunt. You like hunt food. Like get drunk if you want to. Like
Yeah.
you can literally do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You get to join those guilds, like the Brotherhood,
The different
the
factions.
champions, like. You get to fight dragons, build armor, like upgrade your skill tree. You really get to just decide what you want to do. Like even recently, I had a playthrough where I was like a mage and like upgrade, and like it's like I'd never even played the game before because all the
Right.
storylines were completely different.
Mm-hmm.
So for a game to do something like that, to just you have a completely different experience every time you go into it, different race. Like you get to like you could spend an hour just customizing your character, um, talking to people, building companions like Lydia and stuff like that, like random people that
She was always glitching, bro.
yeah, always glitchy. Like you'd almost use her just to beat bosses because she could just never die, or she'd go down and be
Yeah.
like, "Help, hit him, help!" And dude, just so fun. Oh my gosh, like you can't say enough about that game. Everyone should play it. It still lives up to like the best of the best. Like I think about how like he talked about the trailer. I think about how cool that armor looked and stuff like that. Um, yeah, just so fun. Skyrim is easily number one. There was no competition for me. No game has ever made me feel the way that game has made me feel.
Feel that.
Like it literally feels like what like Lord of the Rings as a game would feel like.
Yeah.
God, I love it.
And
Like
he has the Daedric dagger literally right here.
yeah, Daedric,
Daedric.
something like that. But like yeah, or like you get the Daedric armor, and like oh my god, it looks so cool. Like there was just like the Molag Bal mace, like
Yeah,
you get
Mace
to
of
go
Molag
through all
Bal.
the like
Yeah.
all the quests and the stories that go along with it were so interesting, and like
Yeah.
you could just never it and the world itself, like you could stand on a mountain and just look at it and be like, dude, I love this. Like I love the way this looks.
The graphics were insane.
Which I know doesn't compare to like people like stuff like Elden Ring, but at the time it was the best thing I've ever seen.
Still does, dude.
Yeah, it still does.
Yeah.
And yeah, just so fun. And now you add all the DLCs they've added into it that I haven't really gotten into, but like survival where you actually get hungry. I don't know if you know that you can actually get hungry.
They have
So,
all kinds of mods. and
so now
stuff,
you have to like eat and stuff with it, which just makes the game to a different level. But
Yeah.
yeah, Skyrim number one, no competition. Definitely deserves that place on my list.
like that.
Okay,
You ready?
I think I know, but you go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So my number one game, top video game all time. Crazy because I've only played through it once.
Yeah.
But it was by far the best playthrough of a game I've ever had as far as like how much I enjoyed it. I didn't stop talking about it for like ever after I played it.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Woo!
Woo, let's go. Number one is God of War number 4.
Yeah.
Is that what you
Woo!
thought?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Especially because it wasn't anywhere else on the list.
Yeah.
I am surprised number one though. That's crazy.
It's crazy. I always try to get you to play it. I played it at the weirdest time of my life. I'm not gonna go.
Boy.
I'm not gonna go too far into it. But first of all, like I said, I had a PlayStation growing up. I didn't really play the God of Wars, but my friend Jacob King, he played them all the time. That's where I played the first like God of War 1, God of War 2, and then I got a PlayStation 3 for like Christmas. I played God of War 3, loved it. I was obsessed with first of all, I was obsessed with like Greek mythology, and I love Norse mythology and stuff like that too. Like that is stuff that is super interesting to me. It's similar to how like the Lord of the Rings stuff makes you feel. I love how that stuff makes me feel. The PlayStation 3 that I had got stolen from me, so I couldn't play like the God of Wars anymore and stuff. And then God of War 4 came out. I saw it come out. It looked amazing. I thought like I'm never gonna get to play it. And then I happened to be living with someone who had a PlayStation. I lost my job during COVID, and I ended up playing God of War 4 on the PlayStation. And dude, like it was the most unbelievable experience of a playthrough.
Hmm.
The one thing with it is it is linear in the sense that it's not like Skyrim. It's definitely open world. You can go where you want and stuff,
Sometimes that's needed, man.
but
Sometimes that's
it is
necessary.
guided. Like you're gonna always end up in certain places at certain times. Like when you're in your playthrough. Um, but like the story, the graphics, the combat is amazing. If you don't like Kratos, like I don't know what's wrong with you. Kratos is is such a dope character, and to see him in this form, like if you've played the 1, 2, and 3 of him, he's just like this carnivorous, like kind of like a killer, like god
Yeah.
destroyer. To he's like left that place and he's went to like so again he was in like Greek mythology with Zeus and all that. Now he's in Norse with like uh Odin and Thor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he has a son. All that. The storyline is amazing. The graphics were unbelievable. Again, similar to Elden Ring, where like the stuff you're seeing is crazy.
Wait, so because I know that God of War Ragnarok had Thor and stuff in it too.
That's number 5. I haven't played that one. I haven't even played the sequel to the
That's
best
crazy.
game I've ever
Which
played. But I don't have a PlayStation, so it's hard to. I don't
yeah,
really have a way to play it.
but that one still had Thor and stuff in it, or no? It
I
didn't
just
have
meant
Thor.
like that. I'm just talking about the realm
The
itself. Like
realm.
yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, like I said, the graphics are insane. The progression is dope. Like you find like different artifacts and the skill trees, and there is like a lot of diversity in how you like play the game and like what you upgrade and stuff. So I love that. Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, the it does such a good job of adding all the different factors of a good RPG with an amazing story. And like I said, the way I lit like 100% in that game, did every side quest, did everything to it, and like I was just obsessed with it in the time that I was playing it. And then like they have some like really hard bosses, but specifically the Harpy Queen, you have to defeat all these different harpies. They're all bosses. They're all hard to beat. And then you face one of them that has all their powers combined and like all their health bars too, and you have to beat them. Like look up videos of people trying to beat it. The Harpy Queen, God of War 4. It's like an impossible boss to beat.
Yeah.
It's super hard, and I beat it. It took me like 3 hours of just nonstop, like literally 2 hours. Stopped, ate dinner, caught my breath, went back to it, finally beat it. So yeah, just a super satisfying game. Incredible story. Best single playthrough I've ever had of a game for sure.
Yeah.
And I know that because I finished it all the way through, which
Yeah.
I don't always. Sometimes I get bored at the end because I've already like known I've like beaten it.
You
And,
grind, but like you were actually invested in the story a little bit,
dude,
probably too.
everything. I loved it, and I couldn't stop talking about it afterwards.
Yeah,
And
he
at some
still
point,
doesn't.
I'm gonna get it
Yeah.
and have you play it because, dude, it's just like it's
You
so
gotta play
fun.
the new one.
Yeah, I definitely gotta play the new one too for sure.
I'm pretty sure that won Game of the Year.
Yeah,
That or Elden Ring, of one of those.
number 5 or number 4.
Ragnarok.
Oh, the new one. Yeah, I gotta play it. I mean, I'm sure it did. Like, dude, it's so good. But yeah, that number 4, I don't know what it was. Like, on top of everything, like the time period of during COVID, like I didn't have anything going on, and I played that. Like, bro, I was so invested. It was so fun. So yeah, God of War number 4 was my favorite video game of all time.
Yep. And mine was Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
good
was sick.
picks. Good picks
That was
for
fun.
sure.
That was a good one.
I was gonna give some shout outs to other things I almost wanted to put on my list still.
What are you gonna put?
I thought about Ultimate Alliance too, which no one's gonna know that, but that's like a Marvel game. Just had a lot of good memories on that game. And also OG Fortnite was a thought of mine. 'Cause OG Fortnite was fun.
Yeah, OG Fortnite deserves a shout. That
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even after a while, Fortnite still had some fun for me. Like OG Fortnite stands above the rest. But like there was times where I'd get on, it was so wacky, and like yeah, just certain there. I had a lot of random memories scattered throughout. Like Fortnite was like great, and then it was like bad, and then like good, and then bad and good. But like shout out Fortnite when it was good.
Yeah, no doubt. I remember I was like, that's when like H1Z1 and PUBG had all come out,
Yeah.
and I really wanted to play a battle royale.
Yeah.
And then Fortnite came out and it was free, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. And
Yeah, well, me and you played it.
Yeah,
That's
no,
like some
I
of the
know.
best memories I have on it.
Yeah,
Was like
when
me
you
and you playing it, and like the first one we got. Like,
yeah, when you were
we're-
creeping up the hill and you clutched it for us.
yes,
I still have the video on Snapchat.
I think I do too. Yeah, it was so funny. Like he went down and he was like, Connor, oh god, and like, dude, you just watch people playing OG Fortnite. Like there's that video of those kids in the house
Getting their first win. Yeah,
getting their first win, and
it was just like that.
it's just like that. Like it just felt insane. Like getting a win on Fortnite. Now it's all bots and stuff. It's not the same.
It's all bots, and then if you play build, like you're getting 90s cranked on you by an 11-year-old who's already had like 3 monsters, and he's really cracked out of his mind, and
It's
you
just
can't do
not the
anything about
same.
it. It's just not the same. Yeah.
But when it first came out and like people didn't know how to build and like completely, or you kind of knew how to build, and like it was just so
Yeah,
fun, and like
so satisfying.
Tilted was like the crazy place to go, and
Yeah.
like you know uh Oh my God, there was Frenzy Farm or something like that, dude. Shout out Frenzy Farm because they should have brought that back. But like
Mm.
that was like one of my favorite things
Fatal
to do.
Farms, Fatal Fields.
Fatal Fields. What am I
I think
thinking?
there was two of them. There was two farms places,
Yeah,
but anyways,
but
yeah, no, that's a
one
good
of those.
shout.
Get the double pump. Pop, pop,
Oh, the
pop,
double
pop.
pump era. That was when I was literally at my mastery of Fortnite. I love that.
So fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to shout that out too because I really wanted to put it on my list just to shout out OG Fortnite again.
Yeah, it deserves it. But cool, good list. You want to
Good
move
list. Yeah, let's move on.
on? All right, guys. So we're gonna go on to Flashpoint. For those of you who don't know, it's basically a segment, like our little final segment before we get out of here. It's we're gonna do 10 questions each. Connor's gonna ask me 10 questions. I have 90 seconds to answer as many as I can right. You get one guess per question. So if you guess quickly, like I did last week, and choke something like super easy, like the most recent Batman, I said Ben Affleck. It was actually obviously it's Robert Pattinson. So yeah, you get one guess. Whoever gets the most, loser has to do a punishment. Connor lost last week, so his punishment was a TikTok dance, which we have posted on our TikTok right now. I may even throw the TikTok in this video just for some comedy.
Something like that.
Yeah,
It's really good. I'm honestly the best dancer you'll
he's an
ever see.
incredible TikTok dancer. He hated every moment of it, and that's why it was great. Loser of this challenge is gonna have to eat something terrible, some sort of terrible concoction. We're gonna do a separate video for that too. So loser is or winner is gonna decide what they have to eat.
So go follow the TikTok for all that stuff.
Yeah, follow the TikTok. It's just at PNC the Dweebs. We'll probably put the links at the end of the video too. So go follow all of our socials too. Who went first last week? Do you remember?
Nope.
Do you want to read first?
I'll read first.
Okay. So Connor's gonna start the 90-second timer, and I'm going to answer as many questions right.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wanted to make this hard, but some of these seem pretty easy to me.
Yeah, I mean I'm probably right in the same boat.
Yeah, you
Right
say
in the
that until he's like, "What? What is?"
One of the four houses: Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, Hogwarts, bro.
That was
easy.
hard for me. It was
You're a bot.
hard.
Bro.
Ben Affleck. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, that's
what
me.
you
That's
sound
what
like.
I did.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, it's gonna be 90 seconds. Is there anything else we didn't break down? Okay. All right.
System, everything. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna count down. 3, 2, 1. Okay. What was my first job?
Skyline Chili.
Yep. What is Hopper?
Dishwasher.
Yeah, nice. What is Hopper's first name?
John.
No, Jim. Name all three Chris's. Name all three Chris's in the MCU.
Chris Hemsworth. Chris Evans. Pass. I'll come back to it.
Oh my God! How many seasons from The Office are there?
9.
Nice. And what in the What If series, who is killing all the Avengers?
Ultron?
No, Hank Pym. And
Oh,
in what
God.
movie does Elon Musk appear in the MCU?
I don't remember that. In what movie?
In what movie? Just pass it.
Pass, yeah.
Who says in the MCU everyone fails at who they're supposed to be? It's later. It's later in the MCU.
Oh, man.
No. Oh my God, Thor's mom. What
It's
if
close.
what is the name of the kid from the Toy Story movies? Their kid.
Andy.
Nice. Name 2 characters Natalie Portman played.
2 characters?
Yeah.
In anything?
Yeah, but it should be the main 2.
Natalie Portman? Lady Thor.
Yeah, sure. That counts. Oh, choke.
I don't remember, dude. I'm choking.
What is the dog from Up's name?
Greg.
Oh my God, what a choke. These were actually hard. I'm
Oh,
so happy
I'm
now.
eating something for sure, bro. I choked, dude.
Okay,
Hold on.
so
Natalie Portman, she
Bro, come on now.
plays something like in like some sort of like Troy like type movie.
No.
Oh. Natalie Portman, I mean obviously she plays first of all,
Yeah.
she plays Jane Foster.
Yeah, Jane Foster.
But Lady Thor is
Thor's
all I can
fun.
get out of my mouth. So
Lady Thor's fun.
who else does she play? I don't know who else she plays. I'm blanking.
Sand. I hate sand.
Mm-mm.
Padme.
Oh, duh. Bro. Yeah.
Okay. What else did you miss? Name all through Chris's. Chris Pratt. That's Star-Lord, baby.
Oh, dude, I choked. 100%.
Okay.
Rip.
Yeah, Hank Pym. You got that wrong. Elon Musk. He's in Iron Man 2. I didn't know. I thought that was gonna be the hard one.
Yeah.
Everyone who fails at who they're supposed to be. It's his Thor's mom talking to him in
And
Endgame.
Endgame, yeah, nah. I felt the vibe, but I went Aunt May. That was
Close,
decent.
closer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a close guess.
And then dog from Up. Do you know? by
Greg.
chance?
Greg.
No, not Greg. Doug.
Dude, John Hopper.
John Hopper.
Jim
How
Hopper.
did you even get right?
Not many.
You got that right. You got the seasons right.
I don't even care.
You got
I
Andy
don't eat
right.
something nasty. I don't even care. I'm curious to see how many of these you can get.
Oh, you only got 3 right.
What?
That's it.
Yeah, I'm screwed.
You
don't get
we'll
3 out of
we'll
this, you
confirm after,
choke.
but okay.
You want me to start it for you, or you can start it if you want.
I'll start it.
That's fine.
Okay, you just let me know when.
All right. Well, first of all, are you ready?
I am absolutely ready.
All right, guys.
I only gotta get 4 of these. That's
What happens if we tie?
John Hopper.
Figure out a tiebreaker. What? Rock paper scissors or something?
If we tie,
We'll put the game of Smash on it.
yeah, or something like that. We'll
You don't
figure
want
something
that,
out. Oh gosh. Okay, but I get like a level 10 computer.
All right. Yeah.
90 seconds on the clock.
All right. 3, 2, 1. What's the name of the third Lord of the Rings movie?
Return of the King.
Where do the hobbits live? What's it called?
The Shire.
What's the name of the dragon from The Hobbit?
Pass.
Thorin, the main dwarf from The Hobbit, gets his nickname from wielding what?
Pass.
Name 3 players who have played for Optic, but can't pick anyone on the team right now because you just watched it today.
What?
It's cheating.
That's not cheating.
Name 3 players who have played for Optic.
All right, Scump, Formal, Crim 6.
Nice job. Name Sirius Black. What's Sirius Black's cousin's name? I killed Sirius Black. I killed Sirius Black.
Bellatrix.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you half point for that.
Beatrix.
No, that's right. Just that you didn't get the last name. Also in the MCU, who voices the dragon from The Hobbit?
Pass.
Name of the Mortal Kombat character who does the bicycle kicks.
Liu Kang.
Yeah.
There we
Who's
go.
number 2 for the Bengals?
Oh, McPherson.
Yeah. Name the 5 core values of Planet Fitness.
Dedication, integrity, humility. Dude, what is it?
Accountability and team player.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Shout out Planet Fitness.
Yeah. Dang, you did really good.
What is the dragon's name?
Smaug.
Smaug.
Thorin, the main dwarf from The Hobbit, he gets his nickname from wielding what as a shield? I wasn't gonna finish the question because it would be too easy. His name's Thorin Oakenshield. He gets the tree branch, he picks it up off the ground and uses it as a shield when he fights Azog the Defiler.
I didn't even remember.
All good.
I remember now that you said it though.
Sirius Black's cousins, I give you half a point for Bellatrix. Bellatrix Lestrange.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. He's also in the MCU. Who voices the dragon from The Hobbit?
Let me think.
It's just the actor, obviously.
Yeah.
If you don't know, it may surprise you, I guess.
What movie is he in? Can you say that?
Well,
Guardians?
He has his own solo movie. He's not in Guardians. He has his own solo movie. He's a very big.
Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
I did kind of know that actually. Only because I've seen pictures of him with like the equipment on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. You got all the rest of them. So you definitely beat me. I mean, you got the movie 1, Hobbits Live 2.
Yeah,
You got the 3 players for Optic 3, and then you get the half a point for Bellatrix. That's already enough to beat me. If mine was only 3.
Yeah, I'd gotten 4.
Yeah, you got 4 with Liu
At
Kang,
least.
5 McPherson. So you got at least 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you beat me.
so he'll eat something disgusting. I'll pick it unless
Oh,
someone in the
that's gonna be
comments wants to pick.
Horrible.
I can't
can
wait.
only
I'm
imagine.
so happy that's not me.
Yeah. I think
The
I'd rather do a TikTok dance than do something nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
Probably. That was good.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was it.
I'm surprised mine were so hard for you.
I
I
choked,
for some
bro.
reason thought they were gonna be so easy.
I think I
John
was-
Hopper.
Dude, my brain was fried. I
Jim
felt like-
Hopper, baby. I was like, yeah, I thought that was gonna be way harder or way easier.
Shoot, man. Well, I choked. All good though. Next time.
Next
Next time.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm C. That's P. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.
Catch you guys next time.
Plug in. Yeah. All right. Go ahead and plug in. All right. He's east. He's one shot. He's one shot.
Connor hit him 15 times, bro. He's not one shot.
Hold up, I ain't with that. Devil try to get his leg back. Wow. Pull up, pew, spin back. Pull up, pew, spin